most times is uncomfortable. Growth most times requires stretching. Growth most times requires us stepping out of our comfort zone. And, that seems like it's not fair in some cases, right? Think of it like getting fit, imagine if all you had to be fit was to take ice cream and take burger and take shawarma and hot dogs, and chicken and all those stuff. And as anytime you take maybe 4 laps of chicken, you add like your bicep grows a little bit, and everybody would be everybody would be muscular, and fit. But that's not the case. You have to tame your cravings in that scenario. You have to cut down certain kinds of food if you want to achieve that goal of staying fit. And that is the same concept that applies to growth all through life, right? Growth is not something that is convenient, it's not something that is easy. It often comes with discomfort. But one thing that the discomfort does in terms of stopping people from or delaying people from achieving that goal, delaying people from growing the way they're supposed to do, is we try to deny the discomfort. We try to wish away the discomfort. But here's the truth, it doesn't go away. You have to learn to accept the discomfort. You have to learn to grow through the discomfort. And one of the ways you can do that is by accepting that, guy, this thing is going to require me, sacrificing a lot. So, the Bible talks about, a person wanting to build a house. You say, who wants to build a house and doesn't sit down first to count the cost, whether he's able to complete that house, right? So sit down, count the cost. Okay, I'm about to build this house. What will it require of me in terms of finances, in terms of my time, in terms of resources and all those stuff. And it's the same thing too when it comes to growth. Count the cost. Like, okay, I want to get fit. Okay, it means I have to stop taking sugary foods. I have to stop taking carbonated drinks. I'm not a fitness specialist. In my hand, there's no muscle here. There's no chest. There's no packs. At least for now. Maybe in the future. But this is won't matter in heaven. We'll be giving new bodies. Hello. So that I'm fit or not in that sense. But you get the gist. But I'm just trying to say that there are certain things that you may have to deny yourself, but you've already known ahead of time and you've accepted it that, okay, this is how it's going to be. And that, just accepting that fact that this is going to be uncomfortable, it helps you get through it because you know what you signed up for, and it gives you that ability to be able to push through the discomfort, right? And the truth is, many of us want to live in that false reality where we hope and wish that all the pain will eventually go away. So we procrastinate, we don't take action because we are waiting for it to become easier, in quotes. And that's a false sense of reality. Life doesn't really get easier. You just grow, you just get better. So things that used to be harder for you to do become easier because you've improved. It's like a footballer, for instance. You want to start taking free kicks and you've never taken a free kick in your life. Your first couple of free kicks will probably be terrible, right? But as you keep practicing, you get better at it. You get better at it to the point where a free kick is almost like a goal for you. Like, it's almost like a free goal because you've improved. It's not like taking free kicks and scoring them, became easier. You just got better at it. So you get the gist. So pain and discomfort, are certain things that you have to accept that it comes with life. You don't, it's not peculiar to you. So stop acting like, oh, why me? Why does this thing have to happen to me? Why are things so hard for me? Guess what? Things are hard for everybody too. Well, let me not use the word hard. Things are challenging for everybody too. The same challenges you face, the same challenges that other people face. You may look at maybe your friend and be like, they are so rich, their dad buys them whatever they want, or they'll fly abroad for holidays and all those things. Like, why me? Well, the truth is, somebody paid the price. Even if it's not their dad, maybe their granddad, maybe their great granddad, someone along the line took responsibility, and the rest are now enjoying the benefits of it. You get. So don't feel like, okay, life marked you specially for trouble. Everybody faces challenges, and you have to accept that, challenges are a part of life. It comes with the package, and you cannot ignore it. You cannot ignore it. And just accepting it, that fact that, okay, to grow, I'll have to work hard. You don't have to, or you can't do everything that everybody is doing and expect to be exceptional. You understand? So if you want to be exceptional, if you want to, let's say, make more money than others, if you want to be a pioneer in a certain industry, you can't, if everybody is doing maybe working 3 hours a day, you can't work 3 hours a day. You have to take it further. Or even if you're working 3 hours a day, you have to find a way to scale that work in a way that it puts you ahead. And you can't do that without sacrificing something, either your time, your resources, or both, or even more than that. Sometimes even hanging out with friends, depending on what you need to do. It's like back then in the university, you can't see those that eventually graduated as best graduating students, and think they didn't sacrifice certain things. They did. Sometimes they sacrificed their sleep, even if they didn't sacrifice going out with friends. By the way, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Point is, you have to sacrifice something. So accept the discomfort. So there are common denominators in life: pain, discomfort, even good things like laughter, joy, happiness. It all comes with life. So you can't choose which one you accept. You have to accept the whole package. However, you have to know how to move forward when it comes to the so-called negative side, or to the challenging part of life. And the earlier you accept that you need to work harder, the earlier you accept that, okay, this thing is going to be challenging, the better for you, because it helps you prepare for life. It's like the scripture that says, if you want to build a house, count the cost. So when somebody that wants to build a flat, somebody that wants to build a skyscraper, they won't prepare the same way, right? Because different resources, different timelines, different, time in total, different amount of money to be spent, in that sense. So it helps them to prepare better. So, but imagine they tell you to build a skyscraper, for instance, it's going to take you, let's say, 2 years to build this skyscraper. And you're like, no, I don't want it to take 2 years. Can't it take 1 month? Can't it take 2 months or 3 months? Or can't it take 6 months? My neighbor's own took him 6 months. Can't mine take me 6 months? Just, denying that fact, you're already, being a hindrance to that project eventually kicking off, because it can't work that way, because your own project is different. So both of you counted the cost, but one person accepted their own cost. Okay, it's going to take me 6 months, but you are denying your own. And that's the same thing with life. So stop the comparison. Stop comparing a skyscraper, somebody that counted the cost for building a skyscraper, and somebody that counted the cost for building just a flat, a normal house. So one thing that is consistent in life is that life will challenge you. So accept the discomfort, but don't stay there. Don't be like, oh, this is going to take me so much or require me to sacrifice so much, and then you allow it to lead to depression. No, accepting it is only to bring you to the point of awareness that this is what you need to do to achieve this. And then what's next is that you take action. So you don't just accept it and stay there, and now allow it to build fear in you or make you procrastinate. Accept it in a way that you are aware that this is what it would cost you, so that when you eventually get to the point of paying the price, you are already prepared to pay that price. It doesn't mean it will be necessarily easier per se, but it would be smoother for you, because you have envisioned what it would require to get to where you want to get to. So guys, that's it. Life is not necessarily a bed of roses. Even roses have thorns, right? The actual rose plants have thorns in them. So that's just to tell you that even if your life is a bed of roses, there will still be 1 or 2 thorns, and those thorns in this case would represent challenges that you have to face. So don't run away from it. Don't live in a false sense of reality. Don't deny the fact that you have to overcome certain challenges. Except you are comfortable with being mediocre, comfortable with living a life that you're not making impact impact, where you're a burden to people, burden to your family, and burden to the society, which is not God's will for us, right? God's will is that we should be the head and we should be above only and not beneath. So guys, that's it from me for today. Accept the discomfort, accept the challenges, and face it head on. And with the help of the Holy Spirit, you would always overcome, because the path of the righteous is, it shines brighter and brighter even unto the perfect day. So our lives are meant to keep getting better and better. Yes, it will be challenging, but with God's help, we will definitely overcome. In fact, we have overcome, because Christ said, be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world, and he has given us that victory. But it's left for us to live it out, and express it in the way we approach life, take on those challenges from the standpoint and the mindset of a victor and not a victim. So guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and turn on your notifications so you get notified whenever I post new content. Until I come your way next time, it's Church Boy Talks with Blessed Patrick. Bye for now. See ya.